Hey guys, Kevin with Gopherlax, and today I'm doing the composite review of the three Epoch Purposes that I strung, each with a different pocket, same head, same De Beer 6000 shaft, so that there wasn't any discrepancy. But ideally, what I wanted to see is with the onset of all the new women's technology that's coming out with heads and mesh, I wanted to see if I took the same head and put three different pockets in it, would one pocket stand out above and beyond anything else? So first and foremost, I did not use any fully piece of mesh in the head. The women's heads that I've strung and played with that are all mesh aren't there yet. I think a lot of the times when you look at a guy's head, they're engineered and designed for mesh for the most part. Traditional will always work, but the way that the head shaped and how it's channeled work better with mesh. Mesh is new to women's heads, so the heads aren't there yet. I'm sure there'll be somebody that will come up with a woman's head that applies to all the rules and is channeled properly for mesh in the future. Right now you're not there, so I think your best bet is either going with a more traditional pocket or one of the hybrids of the mesh runners. All right, so I did not use any pockets that incorporate the ladder concept, and the ladder is there's two pieces of leather in the middle with either the sidewall or the cross lace glued affixed throughout that. I'm not a big fan of those pockets just for the fact that I think sometimes they're mass produced and rushed and you get a crap pocket. Or the other thing is they cost so much that they're really not adding that much more than a well-strung woman's head by someone else or one of the other heads that we're going to review. So no full mesh pockets, no ladder pockets were used in this, and no Brian warp just because it wasn't out yet. I'll do a review of that soon. So first and foremost, the first one we have here is Robin, who's one of my favorite stringers of all time and even a better person. Her single twist Pita, which is my favorite woman's pocket to string. So this is my control head. I know how this head moves. I know how this pocket works. I know the consistencies behind it. So the other two sticks that I'll bring up in a second are compared to this. This is the control. What is this? It's a great pocket. As you can see, it's slightly illegal. Okay, it's a lot illegal because I've been playing with it. But it's great. Great hold, easy to catch with, accurate. But on the downside is there's a lot of maintenance going on with this. You have lots of moving parts. You pretty much have four runners, you have cross lace, all that are going to shift, move, stretch over the course of the life. So if you know how to use this, know how to adjust this, this is a phenomenal setup. And again, Robin knows what she's doing. So secondly, we're going to bring in the ECD Venom Mesh. So similar concepts to both these heads, as you can see, where here we have the nylon runners and the single twist, as you can see over there. You almost have the same space here, but you have a 3-diamond piece of mesh, which is nice. It, for all the times people trying to do, again, those ladder pockets, these are acting almost exactly like a ladder pocket would, but even better, they're going to be more consistent. You don't have to worry about these snapping. But overall, that's this one. The third and final pocket is the Firethreads 11 mesh, where, again, very similar in concept between these two. This one I would really call it a 4-diamond row of mesh, almost 5. It's because you have these two runners here. They kind of take up a space of where another piece of another diamond each way would go. But again, working again, that same concept, even going back to the control of keeping that channel and that ball right in that middle area. So, which one's better? Which one did I prefer? It's interesting. Like I said, going back to Robin's, all around, this was my favorite stick. But again, you can see how illegal that is, where these ones have still kept their shape. I mean, that's almost, guide legal. But again, that's just as the leather stretched out and as the nylon stretched out and pulled from wall ball pounding and whatnot, went illegal. You have to adjust that. Between these two, it's hard to say which one I like because they are very different in their attributes. For example, because of the 11 mesh with the grip print is softer, it is the ball, you receive the ball easier in this head. It's almost, if I can equate it to guys, little guys playing with soft mesh and your beginner stick. Really easy to catch with, it receives it, doesn't bounce around. Not to say that, it jumps around in this. But between these two, this one is easier to catch with, has slightly more hold due to the grip print. Now, in talking to some of the guys, it would be interesting to test out flipping the grip print around so it's running on the back of this to see how that would help you with draws. I think it might get wrap around the ball and give you a little more grip. So that's another idea for the future on that. So, then what separates the Venom Mesh? The Venom Mesh is compared to this, and again, it's not like it's hard to catch with, it's a little more easier to catch with this, but what separates this is the shooting and passing. The ball really flies out of here. This is fun to shoot with. Again, this is fun to shoot with too. You can really feel it pop off the grip print. And also you can see, I have the Firethreads skinny shooters off this. But with this, I mean, you snap your wrist and the ball flies out of it. The ball flies out of all three of these heads again. Same head, same 15-degree cant technology. But this one's more for style pocket. I would go more with a shooter. Just for the fact that how quickly it moves out. This, if I want us to try it on draws, ground ball and move it, even defensive players, this would be ideal. This will, if you're stringing this at home, this will stretch out slightly due to the softer mesh. So you either have to lock the leathers through the bottom few here to pull it down and pull it tight, or knot these really tightly and pull the leathers down. You want to make sure that this bottom is super tight and pulled against the back of the head. Not so much with the ECD Venom Mesh. Its string is pretty true. A couple things that I do is I double interlock the knots here, just so I want to make sure I get a good pull and I don't have these interlocks sliding up and down in the pocket. I kind of want to keep them consistent and have the top few diamonds pulled a little bit tighter than these other ones, because I want to get that stretch and that snap over that. But all in all, you can't go wrong with any of these three pockets. A well-strung women's head is a well-strung women's head. Depending on, much in the men's, depending on your style of play, one's going to suit you better. If you don't mind the maintenance, phenomenal pocket. If you want something a little more hands-off on maintenance and upkeep, these two are excellent choices. Like I said, I would go more for transitional player that's going to scoop the ball and move it down the field. Shooter, more so in this one, but again, it's your style. it's how you play. Either way, not bad. So if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up, shoot me an email. You need a follow-up video to describe these, I'm all here. Thanks.